What's up, everyone? I'm super excited to be here with you today as I talk about generating more leads to scale your business. So you are a coach, a consultant, a professional entrepreneur. You're ready to ramp things up. You want to go bigger in your business and you want to scale. So you want to get out of that low six-figure trap, get into seven figures, multiple seven figures. I want to talk about lead generation because so often people are like, I can't get enough leads. There aren't enough people. So I want to dive into some of my favorite lead generation strategies that are not paid advertising. And then I'm going to share with you what these strategies can do for you that is even more than just generating leads. You ready? All right. So very quickly, if you don't know who I am, my name is Carden. I'm a top business growth strategist and mentor coach, and I work with six-figure consultants, coaches, professional entrepreneurs who are ready to go to seven or even beyond. And I help them build a business that's simple. So they hire me when they want to work with really premium clients, those $25,000, $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 plus clients, and they want to build a dream business, a dream life, and a dream bank account. So if you need some help scaling your business, getting out of that low six figures, then you can book a call with me at acarden.com. But today, let's dive into lead generation. And I want to share with you some of my favorite ways to generate leads, bring in really high value clients, and also be able to elevate your brand at the same time. I love to do things with impact. And so when I do strategies in my business, when I use strategies and even teaching my clients how to implement lead generation strategies into their business, it's how can we leverage what you are doing to give you the maximum results. So let's share. The first thing is you have to think about reaching more people. And I love to call this like scalable speaking. And the reason I call it scalable speaking is because it gives you the opportunity to reach more people, make a bigger impact, and ultimately get more leads coming in. So the first scalable speaking strategy I absolutely love is virtual events. I have made as much as $150,000 in new business with one 3-hour virtual event. And so this is a strategy that not only allows you to warm up your audience in a way to allow them to go deeper, see what it's like to work with you. You can close big sales on the back end. You can close high dollar sales on the back end. So I'm not talking about closing like $5,000 or 10. Of course you can do that. I'm talking about what if you could close $25,000, $30,000, $50,000 plus clients with one virtual event. So when you think about this, it's a very leveraged model. Now, the other great thing is as you're promoting it, as you're getting out there and you're getting people to want to come to your event, you're also leveling up your brand. You're also getting more visible. You look like you're doing bigger things. So it's kind of like killing two birds with one stone, so to speak. So virtual events are one of my favorite strategies. Okay. The second one is podcast interviews. Now, when I say podcast interview, there are two sides to this. The first side is getting clients. So now you're reaching into their audience and you're getting to cross promote. So again, a one-to-many way of marketing your business. It also elevates your brand to a completely new status. And when you're interviewing people who are really next level types of people, you will automatically be seen as in that same place. And so one of the things that I see is often when people are interviewing, they are not interviewing people that could help them, number one, get a client. They're not interviewing people who have the right audience, and they're just getting on podcasts to build their brand. But I want you to know that you can go much deeper and you can dial this in and really close the gaps and the loops in your podcast strategy so that number one, you're either getting partnerships, you're getting referrals, or you're getting a client. This is how you can really make a podcast strategy work for you and elevate your brand at the same time so you can influence a bigger market. The other side of the podcast strategy, that's if you're hosting. By the way, I have a client who we got this podcast strategy going for her. Now she's getting clients clients at $40,000. And not only that, she was on vacation and she had a lot of people sending her collaborative partners, which is how she's using her podcast. She's using her podcast for partnerships who can bring her clients versus going after trying to find a client. So this is another way you can leverage being a host. And again, I teach these strategies to my clients because they're so incredibly powerful. So that's one way. But the other way is you can be a guest on podcasts. So how can you leverage other people's audiences by being a guest? So the idea here is you want to find podcasts where they have your ideal clients, and now you become a guest on their show. Now, often though, as a guest, you can also get clients. I've had this happen multiple times where I brought in really high-end clients because I was a guest on their show. And then when I shared what I do, they're like, I need to be working with you. So not only can you get those hosts as clients, but now you get to be in front of their audience too. And you can get clients that way. So again, this is a very leveraged approach, right? This is super important if you're wanting to ramp up and you're wanting to get more people. The other thing that you can do is what we call a summit. And this is where you bring all the people together that could help you build an incredible summit. And with that, you actually get to, again, level up your brand. You get to work with collaborative partners. You want to find people who complement your services, but they have the same audience. So this gives you an opportunity to build your email list. You can make some money on the back end if you're doing some sort of an upgrade with your summit. And as you build that email list, now you give people an opportunity on that list to go deeper with you, and then you can get clients this way. So again, it is a one-to-many approach. I've given you 3 ways so far to get out there in a much bigger way and level up your brand at the very same time to build more influence in the market. When you're doing bigger things, when you look like the expert, when you look like the authority, people will say yes to you. So the other thing that you can do is how can you go speak to other people's communities or other people's audiences? Build a collaborative partnership where now you complement their services. You go into their community, speak to their audience, speak to their people, and you talk about something that would complement what they do. It's not what they do. And now you have an opportunity to get clients that way. So from that, you want to drive people to something else on the back end so they get to go deeper with you. So it would look like this. Someone has a great Facebook group. They have your ideal people, but this person running the group does not do what you do. Maybe you have an area of your business where, again, you could complement their services. So you can collaborate with that person. You can create an event together where you give great value to their people that would, again, make them shine because now they're bringing in experts, right, to help their audience, to help their community, whatever that is. And then on the back end of that event, you can offer something where people can go bigger with you. They can go into something deeper with you, a deeper experience. This could be a masterclass, a workshop, a call. I would recommend a masterclass or a workshop as opposed to something else because this will get people's interest in a bigger way. So that's another great strategy. So let's see, I've given you the virtual event strategy. And by the way, partners can help you fill those virtual events. I've also given you the podcast strategy. I've given you the both guesting and hosting on that. I've given you the summit strategy. And I've given you the get into other people's communities. So I call it scalable speaking again, or speaking to other people's audiences, OPA. All right. When you do this, now you get to cross promote all of these things. Your brand gets elevated. Your brand gets lifted. You look like an expert. You can shine. You're also shining a light on other people, which builds great relationships. And you get to share you get to share communities, you get to share people, and you can even share revenue if that's the route that you want to go. So look, if you are struggling to get leads, if you're struggling to elevate your brand, I have to ask you why. What are you missing? Are you using these strategies? Because if you're not, you are really missing out. Over and over again, I help my clients use these strategies to bring business into their business, and I use them in my own business because they're so powerful. I mean, imagine if you could run one virtual event and you could close $100,000 or $150,000 or $200,000, maybe even more in sales from that 1 3-hour event. And then you can even take that content and you can do other things with it. You can create a course. You can put it in your hub for maybe your mastermind clients. That's what I do a lot. So there's all these ways that you can repurpose everything that you're doing. And so if creating content and ramping up your business seems really difficult to you, or maybe you're like, it's just so much time, this is a great way to leverage your time, maximize your growth, scale your business, and build more influence. And who doesn't want more influence? Who doesn't want to stand out online? You cannot build your business or scale your business in a vacuum, right? And so for that reason, you need to get out there in a much bigger way. I have to tell you, this summit that I am doing right now, where I am interviewing 21 millionaires and experts, it's called the Raise Your Bar Summit. It's Raise Your Influence, Skyrocket Your Business Growth, and Unlock Wealth Opportunities. This has been a phenomenal experience. I'm already building partnerships on the back end. I'm already building more people onto my email list. I'm already getting people that are buying into the VIP upgrade. And an event like this, though it takes some time, though it takes some work, it is still a very leveraged approach. So what kind of lead generation are you using in your business? Is it doing all of these things for you? Is it leveraging your time? Is it building your influence? Is it building collaborative partners? Is it raising your revenue? Are you getting clients? If not, you're missing opportunity. You're missing opportunity to scale faster. So if you want some help with this, number one, you can go get into my summit right now. You can go to my summit and get registered for that summit. But if you want some help in your business to do any of these things, I give you every detail and help you implement these things into your business. You can go to acarden.com and book a call. Let me know what you thought about all this, and I can't wait to see you inside the summit. Go get registered now. Look for the link. Bye-bye.